It's that time of year when gardening fever is taking over. And no other plant generates as much excitement as tomatoes do. Quite simply, the world's most popular backyard crop. And in the next few weekends, millions and millions of tomatoes will be planted in the Northern Hemisphere. Hi, I'm Jeff from the Ripe Tomato Farms. Welcome to another episode of the Garden Quickie, the show where in 2 minutes or less, tomatoes is literally in our name. And today's episode is all about those tomatoes, or more specifically, tomato spacing. Why is it so important, and just how much space do tomatoes need? Hey, time short as you know it is, so let's dive in. Tomatoes are large, vigorous plants, both above ground and below. They need space. But why exactly? What's the reason? Well, like most things gardening, there's a couple of reasons. First and foremost, tomatoes don't want to be competing for resources, namely water and nutrients. They don't want to compete with other plants, and they most certainly don't want to compete with themselves. For as big as their foliage can get above ground, tomatoes can spread massively below ground. And while symbiotic root relationships can exist to a degree, too many plants in too small of an area are going to suffer from a lack of resources. Another reason tomatoes need space from each other is airflow. Simply put, most plant diseases absolutely flourish like crazy in moist, dark, low airflow type conditions. Without a doubt, we need to space our tomato plants apart to give adequate air motion, as well as to allow the sunlight to dry out the previous night's dew. Otherwise, our plants could be in for a world of hurt. Okay, great, but how much space do they really need? Well, small, determinate bush type varieties like this Tiny Tim here, they could probably get away with 12 inches between each plant, although I'd advise you to go 18 inches if you can afford the space. For larger types like these Romas, stretch that spacing out to 2 feet between each plant, 4 feet between rows if you're doing multiple. They may look tiny and sparse now, but in short order, they'll be knocking shoulders, fighting for all the resources that they can grab. If you like your tomato plants, as well as the tomatoes they produce, give them some space. And if you like Garden Quickies, make sure to subscribe and check out the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. And hey, if Garden Quickies are your thing, be sure to click on this playlist here as we explore and solve more growing issues in 2 minutes or less.